rare arm talent, rare running skills, pocket presence, an absolutely amazing athlete with rare elusive ability. Okay, after all that, I got 5 main reasons that should end this conversation as why Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in this draft.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, he's a Heisman Trophy winner. Only Baker Mayfield out of these quarterbacks is also won a Heisman. So you're trying to tell me that players that weren't even good or had great seasons somehow going to be better at the next level than Lamar Jackson? Stop. Reason number 2. Lamar Jackson is the 3rd player in college history with 50 passing touchdowns and 50 rushing touchdowns. Only other 2 players to complete this feat: Florida's Tim Tebow, Nevada's Colin Kaepernick. They seem very successful. Number 3. This is huge. Lamar Jackson is the only FBS player to have a season of 3,300 yards passing and 1,500 yards rushing in the same season. He's also, with that same stat, he's the first NCAA quarterback with back-to-back seasons of 3,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yard seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Only. Ever. That's ever. Like, it's any player. Like, but yet you want to tell me Sam Darnold, who has no records, is somehow... Okay, let's continue.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4. This was by a scouting report done. Lamar Jackson was plagued by a poor offensive line, a weak running game, and balls dropped by inept receivers. He still somehow overcame to have 2 historical offensive seasons. So not only did he have amazing seasons, none of these wide receivers are NFL talents. It seems like none of his offensive linemen are NFL talents. And his running game was subpar. The same running game that he carried to historical numbers. If that's not enough for you, I don't know what else could be.
One more game.
But I got one last reason to knock it off with. And this is a nice little thing to tie together the Michael Vick comparison. Right? Number 5. Lamar Jackson played. Not only played. It's said that he mastered a pro-style offense under former NFL offensive coordinator Bobby Petrino at Louisville. So now this is the last point I'll make about Lamar Jackson and Bobby Petrino. Bobby Petrino, who also coached Teddy Bridgewater, was hired in 2007 by the Atlanta Falcons to quote-unquote make Michael Vick more of a complete quarterback. So the very player that Lamar Jackson's compared to most, the most elusive and athletic quarterback we'd ever saw, the person that was brought in to make him a more complete quarterback is the same coach that Lamar Jackson had for 3 years in college. If that's not enough for you to see that Lamar Jackson is Michael Vick 2.0, and Michael Vick was a number 1 pick, number 2 was LaDainian Tomlinson, just to give you an understanding of who was in that draft with Michael Vick.
LaDainian Tomlinson was balling in college.
I don't understand how Lamar Jackson isn't the number 1 pick this year. If the Cleveland Browns are so foolish again to pass on another player like Deshaun Watson, like Aaron Rodgers, like all the quarterbacks that they continue to pass on,
A.J. McCarron,
and continuously saddle themselves with mistakes because they want to add more picks and then get a quarterback later on. If they pass on Lamar Jackson at number 1, and they pass Lamar Jackson again at number 5, I believe they have, and they pass Lamar again
at whatever number they get.
Whatever number. I guarantee you the Browns will be continued to laugh at for another player that they made the mistake on and not picking up, like Deshaun Watson last year. Not to mention, Lamar Jackson has higher ratings as a quarterback prospect than Deshaun Watson.